Man, is this thing on? The dust on this thing. Wow. Okay, let me see if my algorithm, see if I still got if I got it. Okay. Welcome to We Are Something Else, episode 177. And wow, wow, I'm gonna make y'all wait just a little bit longer too. After 2 months, 2 months. Oh my god, we are back. Yo, there. It's your boy Kaleo. There is my guy E Rich. That is not CB right there. That is the first lady of the crew. That is Takeover Trina. Look, CB is out on assignment. CB's got some things he's working on. So why not have the return with one of the ladies that's been killing it for us out in these streets? Takeover Trina. Welcome to the finally. Finally.
Thank you.
It's been a minute.
I
Wow.
know. I'm glad to be here. So, let's rock this thing.
Look, we are glad that you are here finally. E, my guy. Bro, did you have to find all this shit to do the show?
I did. I don't know where the hell nothing was. I almost looked at the clock like, oh shit, I got a show to be on. Let me,
Bro, this is crazy. So for those who don't know, we typically take August off and return in September, refreshed and renewed for after a month-long break.
Yeah.
And a month this term turned into 2 months. And I really think that's because our guy E Rich visited the East Coast, and that took away at least 2 weeks, 2 Thursdays worth of activities, with the shows. And we got to the end. We're like, we might as well just wait. Oh, be easy, my guy. Is this guy? Is he still shut in? Is he still on the sick and shut in list?
Well, tomorrow he's been out. He's been out a little bit. So tomorrow I think he'll definitely, be on the prowl. It's been a minute.
It definitely has. Welcome in Britt. Welcome in Be Easy. Welcome in Chuck. So look, let me think. E, what's been going on? I mean, 2 months before we get to any of this last rap. 2 months. I mean, what have you been doing, bro?
Relaxing as much as possible, but yeah, work has not allowed that to happen. Work has definitely been working. So I think ever since I probably touched down back from the East Coast, like work has been crazy. And then of course, I've been working on the merch line for We R Something Else. We've been behind the scenes, still working. We still,
Oh, that's always the case. We always working.
Yeah, we still
the star of the show. Yeah, I mean, look, we finally got her here. Look, I'm excited. She finally got her here. So this is your first time here, Trina. Let everybody know who you are. Like, why we've been trying to get, just let everybody know who you are. It's your first time here.
So I am Takeover Trina. Y'all can call me Katrina or Trina or Takeover, doesn't matter. But I am from the DMV, and I am part of the We Are Something Else AMP crew. And so we'll get into more of that, definitely get into that. But, I do have a YouTube channel. It's called Natural Pure Organic NPO Lifestyle. So you can follow me on there. You can follow me on IG or Takeover Trina at Station Head. So we'll talk more.
Oh, okay. The new handle. All right.
Right.
So look, it's been about 2 months. A lot has happened, but then a lot hasn't happened. I think when Kendall B was our last guest for the regular pod. And then we did back-to-back Soul Tales. For those who don't know, we did the regular Soul Tales, and then we came back for Kobe Day. So shout out to the Soul Tales crew. Shout out to Be Easy. Shout out to my guy, regular old guy. Shout out to our money bags and CB. Once a month we do the
No, I just said I always call him Cardo. There's no way I can keep calling everybody by that handle, bro.
You're right. And we once a month, the last Thursday every month, we get together. We talk sneakers. So yeah, we got some long overdue with some sneaker talk. But yeah, we took the break in August, and September happened. There was a couple things happening in the front end of September, and we're like, okay, CB was like, I could use another week off, and then another week off, and then next thing you know, my guy E came into town from Cali. He got to meet the whole crew in person, and look, the shenanigans that happened over the course of 4 days. I think I'm still recovering. Yeah, hit the Danny Glover on that weekend, but it was fun. We'll dive into all that. We'll get there. But yeah, I'm excited to be back. We're here, and let's get some of these comments real quick before we start diving. Ren, glad to see you. Quintuple, see you, bro. Oh, Bianca, what's up? What's going on?
What up?
Anissa, there you go. Anissa, glad to see you.
Damn.
Yeah, everybody's here tonight. Glad you're here, Anissa. We got some things to talk about tonight. Might as well, we've been gone for all this time.
Okay.
So with all that said, let me see if I can remember. It's just like muscle memory, right? Okay, there's that. Less rap.
Yeesh.
And I'm gonna title this one "Enough." This story is called "Enough." So if you've been living under a rock for the past week and a half, 2 weeks, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are an item. If I could insert hand clap if I had the machine hooked up. Every news outlet is reporting on this. Like, you can't go anywhere. You still read a newspaper, it's on the front cover. If any digital source, news, TV source, it is there. Now, my question is Travis dating Taylor, or is Taylor dating Travis? Like, I don't know. One of the most recognizable faces in the world, talking about Taylor, but they're treating it like Travis is some slouch out in these streets. You're perhaps talking about a 2-time Super Bowl champion, been to the big game 3 times, probably the best tight end to ever play the game, given that title by another great tight end to ever play the game. So this guy is no slouch. Mm-hmm. And they're just treating him like he's a major come up for this guy. Okay. 2 words that I came up with. Who cares? Who gives a shit about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce dating? And the Swifties are going to be after us. I'm sorry about that. I know all of them are lined up right now. I'm sorry. But who cares? Are y'all tired of hearing about this? Because every week it's about who Taylor is in the box, who she done brought this week to root on her man, her and his mother hanging out. Who cares? Why is this high profile relationship the one that people care about? Maybe it's because it's Taylor. I don't know. How long will this last? And is this true love, or are we getting an album out of this? So let's start with that. I said a lot. I just set up the whole story. Do you care about this? Do you care about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's love? Let's start with our guest for tonight.
I mean, it's given publicity stunt, but I think it's great on behalf of the NFL, and they know what they're doing. I feel like the NFL doesn't have like that celebrity presence like the NBA does. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to ride this wave. And yes, Taylor Swift is big. Some of us may not care about, her or the relationship, but it's definitely good marketing. And what I noticed was when she comes into, watch the game, then when they cut to commercial, it's a commercial for her movie. And then it was the commercial for, that he's in for the vaccine. So, it's like, I mean, you can see what's going on. Yeah, you can see what's going on. I would have rather, and y'all know, I'm not like the biggest Sierra fan, but I would have rather seen her and Russell if it was going to be like that.
Right. Well, I think they tried to give them the it couple status, and I think Russell just rose people the wrong way. E, thoughts?
Damn. So I thought I was going to be able to get past this first show without probably pissing people off, but you started it by talking about the Swifties, but I'm gonna go off on Travis for this one. He dates a black girl. He got a fade. All
And
of
a
a sudden
beard.
he
And the
dates.
beard. And he's got the
All
beard.
of a sudden he dates. You know what I'm saying? You know who? And this fool looking like a highway patrol officer that's gonna pull you over. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just gonna call it what it is. Like that's what he like. How you gonna change up the whole atmosphere like as if you wasn't down with you know what 1st, right? Your whole that's what was your appeal to us was the simple fact that you had some you
Blackfish.
seem
There you go, Buck.
you know like he grew up in the like he went to school with us or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like she
Right.
gave him the card and he ran with it and now he's somewhere else. Bro, we taking that card back. I don't care. But listen, it is what it is. Like it's like kind of like Trina said. I mean, it's publicity. It's a good look for them. They're tired of talking about Black Love and Sierra and Russ, and because Russ is not winning, there's no story there to talk about. So at the end of the day, this is all they have. And if this is all the NFL can actually put together, then they are in a sad state because, like you said, who gives a hell? I will say this on behalf of all sneakerheads: damn Taylor for wearing New Balance because now New Balance was already going up in price, and she gonna keep wearing them shits, and it's gonna cost that much more for the shit that we wear on a regular basis. So,
Look, I don't know if we really know who the black girl he was dating. I think that was his longtime girlfriend. But I mean, my man went from the cookout to the hoedown. Like seriously, this I don't
Hey.
get it. I don't get it.
I mean, but his jersey sales are up, you know?
Those are the Swifties. Like
Yeah.
they're supporting this guy like he is nobody.
It's bringing the female presence to the NFL, you know, the ladies that weren't there, you know, they're like, oh my gosh, Taylor.
Right. I mean, she carries a lot of weight with her. She had, I mean, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what kills this because there's always something else to talk about, right? Something else. This will die down sooner than later, hopefully. But it's annoying. Like when they show her in the booth cheering because he scored a touchdown. I don't give a shit if Taylor Swift is cheering because somebody scored a touchdown. That's not the part of the game that I care about. Like, why does it matter? Like, are we seeing Travis Kelce at her concert dancing?
Wait for it. You might. I mean,
we might. Go ahead, E. What you want to say, E?
No, I just peeped out the comments and Kendall B just stepped in the show with.
Gee, okay. Let's get to the comments, okay?
Jeez Louise. Listen, shout out to the chat. The chat has always been a place where nobody's safe. Nobody is safe in the chat. Oh my god, that is a whole entertainment section right there for sure.
There you go. I mean, we know the album's coming. I mean, this is not forever love here.
Definitely no.
I think Travis is gonna go back to the cookout after this and realize
you're not gonna let him back.
You're not gonna let him back.
That's a hard, bro. That's a super crazy pivot to be like, I was with one of y'all, then I stepped for a Taylor. Like somebody said, she a number 2 pencil, bro. Like, and not to say that the body's everything, but I mean, come on, bro. Like, who's following up with? Because they already know they getting slandered. Whoever he dates next, she's gonna be put on the side, like always compared to a Taylor Swift. So like,
definitely.
And you know what? Damn that comment. Let's to the next one. Man.
Next one. Look, bro, it don't get no better.
I know.
It don't get no better. Look, let me tell you. This one, the title of this story is "How Do You Know When It's Over?" Dave Chappelle in a comedy skit or one of his comedy shows told you when a certain show starts calling and asks you if you want to be on the show, you know it's over. And he said he wasn't quite ready. But let me tell you who is ready. Adrian Peterson is on Dancing with the Stars. I'm going to let that marinate. Look at these pictures. You're talking about one of the greatest running backs you probably ever seen play the game. Had more heart than anybody I've ever seen play the game. Not the best to ever do it, but one of the greatest to ever do it. And this guy is now on Dancing with the Stars. Season 32.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're not going to bring up all the the negative things that you can find if you look up Adrian Peterson right now, because he's got some stuff that's against his name, but we can't talk about the financial aspect of why it's important to protect your money. Think about the contracts this guy has had. This is when running backs were getting paid. This guy single-handedly was the Minnesota Vikings. And now, the last time we saw him before this, didn't Le'Veon Bell knock him out?
Yep.
The mighty have fallen. Now this guy's wearing open flower shirts and pink pants, waiting to see what his score is for the cha-cha that he did. This is bad. Protect your money, people. There's no way. It happens all the time, but there's no way after the contracts this guy's had, or most of these people have had, you should be do it because it's fun. I don't think this guy's on Dancing with the Stars because it's fun. Emmitt Smith did it because it was fun. Jerry Rice did it because it was fun. This guy's looking for a check. E. Rich, let's go back to you.
So I just looked it up, and we don't count people's pockets on this podcast, but we're putting this in context, right? They said that his career earnings was $102 million. You know what? I don't have nothing else to say.
Come on. Rich, come on.
Listen. We talk about this. We've talked about this from a standpoint of spectators, fans. You see this. You're a teammate. Let's just even talk about this on a standpoint of like semi-pro ball, right? Or arena league. You don't make a lot of money. The cats still got jobs on the off season. Nobody's blowing money to the effect where they like, bro, I know you've seen all these people before us lose money. You know what I'm saying? Or end up broke. Or the simple fact that, who was it? Gilbert Arenas said it, and this is true because I've seen it. I've seen it before in person. Right now, no lie, you can go to any major city pawn shop, like the real known pawn shop. You are going to see a championship ring from any sport, whether it's the NBA, whether it's the NFL, whether it's Major League, usually not Major League Baseball. You are going to definitely see a world championship ring in a pawn shop.
Ron Harper pawned his, didn't he?
So it's like you see it in front of you, and this might be more of the, marital stuff. He got kids, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? But 102 mil, and you fumbled that. And then when you was getting ready to be up out the league, they still paid you, and you weren't even playing that much. So it's like,
bro, like the crazy thing is, a lot of these athletes can get TV deals. They get a lot of stuff, but the thing is, nobody wants to touch this guy because of like he didn't do anything to protect his name, to have any kind of long-standing relationships with anyone, to conduct business outside the league. That is why it's important to keep your money. All right, take over. You go. Let's get your thoughts.
I mean, we're talking about like you said, a great NFL player. I mean, and we've seen it happen in all types of arenas. Look at MC Hammer and the money he had. And but I'm gonna be positive about it. My man, he's out there smiling. He's wearing that hot pink too. It was an improvement from week 1. So and he didn't look nervous. He didn't look too nervous. And he actually looked like he was having fun. So I say this might be, the start of something beyond his NFL career that we just don't see. Let's be optimistic.
Okay. I'm all with you with optimism. I'm just telling you, it looks bad.
It's a sad state. You
This
know,
is new for us, Trina. Like we don't. usually don't-
This is new.
this is
We're
new
not
for
gonna
us.
argue with you. We're
I'm
not gonna
here.
argue with you.
Look, I'm here for the balance. We can
No, no,
argue.
no,
We
no, no,
can
no.
debate.
We
Friendly
need a
terms.
different.
Okay.
Because no,
We
trust me, if
I'll
CB
call
was sitting
you
in that
later.
seat, if CB was sitting in that seat, CB would be roasting him. But no, we appreciate. No, this is why we need someone to keep us calm. Like this is
Right.
you on point. On point. All right. Let's get out of sports. Where do we want to go to? Let's do
102 million. Get the fuck out of
yeah,
here.
right, exactly. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's talk about the best-selling hip hop rap album of all time. I'm gonna give you some facts about this. Everybody, Speaker Box Love Below, Outkast.
Yes.
This album came out 17 years ago, and last week it went certified diamond. 13 times platinum, passing Eminem's The Eminem Show as hip hop's most sold album. Think about that. How long ago did Eminem Show come out?
Ooh, a very long time ago.
Yeah, a minute.
And this album came out 17 years ago, and just last week, it hit another milestone, becoming the most selling hip hop album of all time. Outkast.
Yes.
I mean, well deserving.
Definitely.
Outkast is probably, again, you talk about GOAT status. Talk about two dope MCs who changed the game as far as not caring about their appearance and just caring about music. Part of the Dungeon family, Goody Mob, all I mean, that Atlanta, they helped shape that the South has got something to say. That whole movement.
Yep.
So let's talk about Speaker Box Love Below. Where does this live within your albums? Is this one? Where are you rating this? Again, where does it live for you in hip hop? Let's start with you, Takeover.
I mean, yeah, the South, they have spoken. Outkast. Now, this particular album, if you remember, this was supposed to be solo projects for them, right? And because of some issues, the manager, the record label, they were like, okay, we're gonna package it, make it a double disc, right? This wasn't for me like their best album, but I mean, it was definitely great because it highlighted who they were individually, and so I think well deserved kudos. They stayed in their lane, they stayed true to who they were, so I'm here for it.
All right, we need a good cut. Well, I mean, E, what about you?
Bro, like I said, this is probably like I said, there's a reason why, but this is the best 1-2 combo in the sense that you can throw on
Daniel. What's up, man?
You could throw on, Andre's, the Love Below if you feel in a certain type of way.
Yeah.
You could throw on Speaker Box if you want to get turned. Like they gave you the best of whatever emotion that you feeling. You can scroll through either 19 of Speaker Box or 21 of Love Below. And to be honest, Prototype for me was probably the dopest song on.
Oh yes.
on that whole thing. Now, granted, that's crazy to say when there's so many other good songs on there, but
She Lives in My Lap. that had Prince written all over it. I'm gonna get the facts. I'm gonna stay closest to the stories I can, but obviously there was always rumors that they had internal squabble, right? They weren't getting along, so Big Boy had started recording Speaker Box. The legend has it is Andre found out Big Boy was recording the album, and he wanted to match he wanted to record a solo album too, not off competition, but just to do an album too. And they said that Andre recorded The Love Below in 2 weeks.
Wow. Right. That's crazy.
2 weeks.
There's not too many people out there that can put a classic album other than probably Dre, Andre, and Pac. Pac came out of jail and was 2 weeks in and gave us All Eyes on Me, which is stupid crazy when you think about it.
Are you telling me BG's about to drop a classic?
Nobody said that. Back to what I was saying though. Back to what I was saying. But listen though, right? It's funny because I think where it is like the culture takes for granted some of the classics. That if you listen to the actual like icons, if you will, in that industry, the culture says that they always make it seem like when you get to a certain age in rap, you're not supposed to be doing it no more.
Bro, Nas is not supposed to be dropping heat at 50 years old.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But then, they turn around and say how other cultures, other genres, right? Country music. Dolly Parton been up there singing the same damn country songs and they love the shit out of her. And they never talk bad about her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let somebody like Busta get up there and not be able to do the Chris Brown verse and really knock it out, then all of a sudden he's washed. Don't have him come up here. You know what I mean? Like it's like we throw our people away way faster. And I like the fact that they kind of ran their own race, even as them being a group. I mean, you got Andre out in Cali, you know what I'm saying, with the flute and everything, and you got, you got Big Boy, with owls and pit bulls and shit and lobsters. Because that's all it just seems like that's all this thing proposed. But it made it happen. You know what I'm saying? It's a dope album, and you can never stop. You can never stop listening to it in any aspect of like another 10 years from now. We should be talking about that album in the same light as we were talking.
Absolutely. I think people want, after you run your course for so long, like they were together for a long time, and we know how tough it is to keep that energy, how to always stay relevant, how to make sure the music is always on point. Like Outkast together has nothing left to prove. We want an Outkast album so bad because of how because we're fans. But Outkast, I mean, that is a lot of pressure to recapture what they once had. And they went out and did all these festivals. That's when Dre was rocking the jumpsuits with the different messaging on them. They gave us that, but I just don't think that. I mean, Killer Mike got drunk or high and put the rumor out there that Dre played him 9 new songs. Now, I'm thinking there's some truth behind that, and he had to walk it back.
Yeah.
Because we probably never hear those songs. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. I mean, there's always music in the vault, right? I think that this album, for me, is not their best album because it's a lot of, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not their best.
Right.
I think their best.
Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it.
It's between the 2 and the 3. It's either what's the one with Rosa Parks on and Spodioti?
Is that a Criminal? No. Yeah,
that is a Criminal. Criminal or AT Aliens.
That's wild. See,
the one from Miss Jackson is good.
No, I get that.
Go ahead.
I get that. No, and that's something to ask. And Trina, I want you to answer this next. Like, that's the fact is they have no albums. They have no albums that missed. They have no albums that missed. And when I say that, because still to this day, my top album, as crazy as it sounds, and the fact that they matured even after the fact, is still Southern Playalistic.
Okay,
that's the first one.
Still
right?
to this day, the first one. That's the rawest version, if you will, of Outkast in the sense of they were still trying to figure it out, and they were still on top of the game, even coming, not even knowing that that's where they was at.
When I heard Spodioti Dopalicious for the very first time, I don't know, like that did something to me, and to this day you can play that song. There's no. That may be one of the greatest hip hop songs ever done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's just them talking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I mean, a lot of people definitely probably would not have thought that they would have beat Eminem, right? Eminem has that strong fan base, but yeah, I would love to see a tour come from this.
Mm-hmm.
If we're not gonna get the Andre album, which I definitely would love to see. This would be the perfect time to go on tour for me. I don't know.
I would like to see a tour. They said What'd you say?
I'll say it. Kanye fucked it up. That's what I'll say it. Yes, I'll say it.
Why you
And
say
all the
that?
Kanye stands on here, they can kiss my ass.
Why you say that?
Because he dropped that album. He dropped that song that had Andre on it, and he used that. He used his verse to this, and he was like, "I would have never did it if I knew you was going to use it to diss another artist." And it was
that's right with the whole Drake thing.
Yeah,
come on, bro. Like your self-centered self is what maybe the reason why we not getting this Andre 9 tracks. It could be an EP, and everybody and their mama gonna go crazy if Andre just randomly dropped a damn EP with 4 songs on it. It's easily the hottest shit that we're probably listening to right now.
Speaking of Drake, Drake drops at midnight, right? You excited about that?
Here we go.
I am.
You
Come
are?
on, Rich. I am. I love Drake. Okay.
So
I don't care who knows.
this thing with Drake. Let me tell you about it. So to me, Drake hasn't made complete albums in forever, right? But I'm always intrigued to hear the albums just to see how bad it is, or well, not bad, because a lot of people think Drake makes good music, and that's just he makes good music to the intended audience that he wants to make good music for. Me, as Drake got deeper into the game, the quality of music for me fell, but I still will listen because I'm a production guy too, right? So I'll listen to hear the type of quality of beats that Drake is rapping over, and I listened to that 21 Savage album that they did, and there's like 1 or 2 songs. Okay, this is pretty dope. The production is very well. I haven't heard anything off this album, like the couple singles that he released that are worth like, yo, this is gonna be a dope. This is gonna be rapping Drake. Nah, but I'm still gonna listen to it.
So you didn't hear that? Was it the 8 a.m. and what was it? Drake, I know Trina knows. What was the one he just dropped last night? It was like he dropped like 8 a.m. in Charlotte or some shit like that. Like,
oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was he always does the spooky teaser because clearly it dropped 6/6. This is the first time he actually is dropping the album in October, right? But he dropped the visual for and a song. I think it was 8 a.m. and something. But listen, you said it here before. You don't want singing Drake no more. You want rapping Drake. And so if that's what he says that he's going to deliver in this album, I know we're going to be right here and you're going to discuss it and you're going to hate it either way.
But that's the thing. So look, Drake don't make music for me. But if I had to pick rapping Drake, I'm going to pick the first 2 albums.
Mm-hmm.
That rapping Drake, right? I mean, some of the R&B Drake is cool, but yeah, nah, like...
I mean, but he gives you versatility, I
mean, it works. He works. Drake works for certain people. Like this guy can do a video with rollers in his hair. Is that the video you're talking about? Because I vaguely remember a video last night, him with rollers in his hair.
Yeah,
and
they were like clips. Yeah, clips.
My God. Like, come on now. Come on, Drake. That's
all right.
I did see Drake was at Dreamville, and I mean, a lot of performance is different. I mean, because you're probably gonna play all the hits, right? So it was decent.
Right.
We'll see. But yeah, Outkast, I mean, well deserved.
Definitely.
Most sold hip hop album of all time. Yeah. All right. What do I have? Oh, no. We're gonna keep this. Let's keep this screen up.
Roasting Kenny in the comments.
Keep this screen up.
Yeah,
let's keep this
screen up. Kenny, he ain't even in here.
Well, wait a minute. Obviously, so they roasting Kenny.
God damn it.
Yo,
they kill Kenny at least once a day, bro. Like he dies like for real, like in South Park. Kenny dies every day.
All right, so this story right here will touch, I guess, everybody in the chat and on the show. So, for those who don't know, so we've been hyping this AMP music thing up for a while. Like this, we joined AMP
February?
March-ish. At least start talking about it in March. And it was an outlet to, we figured as a business move to pivot to get a bigger, to broaden our podcast audience, right? We will take some of what we know here and play dope music behind it, captivate the audience, and then, maybe push some folks over here just to see what we do podcast-wise. And then it just turned into this whole movement thing. Like, no one knew the algorithms of how the numbers worked. If there was going to be a monetary reward or not, which is fine. Like, none of us got into the aspect of moving to AMP for a reward. It was more so to get the audience, capture an audience, right? So that was our idea. Moved over to AMP. I remember our money did the first show. We just went live, and like you can tell how polished people are now compared to where they were when we started. I wish I had everybody's first show.
Wow, yeah.
I wish I had everybody's first show to listen to, because our money, like, just he didn't have the microphone. I think you could tell he was going off his earbuds. And he was like, it was fun though. We went on late at night and we supported each other, and we decided, look, the movement that we were going to do, we were going to come together as a unit, build, support each other, hop in each other's rooms. Boom, it worked. It got us some attention. We supported each other. We created a schedule so people knew where they could find us. And still, till the wheels fall off, we're going to keep doing that. So that's what we did. And then this week, yesterday, it's 24 hours now. AMP said they're going to shut their doors. October 31st, AMP will be closing down the app. And then from the two articles I read, from the Bloomberg article and the GeekWire article, I read a couple weeks ago, it was a CEO had changed. Somebody in position had changed. And then from there, it was just like toxic work environment kind of thing that was going on. This is what they're telling us. I don't know. This is all in text. I don't know how truthfully this is behind the scenes. But then I guess it became easy for Amazon, a struggling startup company, to keep open this portion of their business. And they decided to cut it.
Yeah.
Now, I've never seen a lot of grown people cry. But yesterday was like people felt like their whole world had it's been snatched from them. And I get it, because we've built relationships, right? Mm-hmm. Shout out to all the people that's in the chat. We've built relationships. And to be able to be creative, to do it the right way, which we all made sure we did it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's just before I go get on my horse, let's talk about AMP. Let's talk about the news. How'd you find out Takeover? What are your thoughts about this? Your feelings? Let's capture that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I found out because Be Easy, he sent me the link to the Bloomberg article. And I was on the phone with someone, and they were telling me something happening on their job. And I was like, I got to go. I got to call you back. And I immediately called him and I was like, what? Seriously? This is real? I was like, this is real. This is happening, because it's AMP is just it's still so new in a sense. You're
definitely new to us.
Yeah, I mean, for us, but it's not even 4 or 5 years in or anything like that. And so, I just always wondered, I think a lot of us probably always wonder from a business standpoint, okay, how is AMP making money? We don't see ads in between, going to someone's show. You would think you would hear ad first or something like that. There are no ads. So, but I definitely didn't think that if it was going to end, it was going to be this soon. I thought with Android users coming on, it's nothing but growth, and opportunity. And so I thought it was only up from here, but I understand business is business. So,
I mentioned this last night before you go eat, my bad. I just knew that when the Androids came over, we were getting, because I mean, from what I'm understanding, AMP was still in the beta test stages, right? And when they incorporated Androids, that was going to be the big rollout, because both sides had it. And I just knew the paid subscription was going to come like that. They were going to start monetizing off of whatever they were losing on, for like Bonk said, the streaming side, because they paid off streams.
Yeah.
But go ahead, E. Mute. You're on mute, bro. That wasn't meant for us to hear anyway. Okay, good.
You're right. No, I mean, if we were I don't know if we were rolling. I don't know if we were live. I don't know if we were broadcasting. And it might be in the thread somewhere. But I remember saying, this don't something ain't right about this. This math ain't mathing. This math is not mathing. Too many people on here, and there's somehow the money's not walking right. And it's always been cash rules everything around me. To any CEO, to any business, if I ain't getting no money, hand over fist, we not doing it. And I don't care how much money we making in this sector, on this side or this side. If this entity within our business on Amazon is not fucking around with the same money from everywhere
Real
else.
quick, Lisa, that's my mom right there. I'm sure, I think I remember in the chat one day y'all followed each other. Charlene, this is Lisa. Lisa's new to YouTube. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to Lisa's channel. She has one. My bad, E. Go ahead.
Yeah. Lisa, how many times you say you've been captured again? No, this one.
I leave you love alone.
But no, I mean, listen, this, it is what it is. I'm not sorry to see it go, in the sense that, you know what I mean? Like, you can't get caught up in something so much that if it goes away, that you haven't dealt yourself a hand to be doing other things. And as a crew, we definitely all agreed, and this is talking about myself, Kaleo, and CB, that
Crap.
the amp was strictly to push content and to get people over here to this page, where not only you can see the shenanigans in person, but you can be a part of it, right? And what we have to say, you know what I mean? You're limited in AMP, if you will, right? Because you're limited to whatever you can type fast enough in the chat room that's just kind of doing that now. Here, you get to see the person. Shit, these people actually, like I said, visitors can come on here. We can see the actual chat. This is where we really wanted it to live anyway. This is what we really wanted. So AMP did what it was supposed to do. And not that it was asked of me, but you were not gonna see me on Station Head. That's just straight up. The Rich Springer show is no longer. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I appreciate the love, but I told people in the show, our support is what we was asking for, was for you guys to get here, because this is more of us. This is definitely us. You get to see the real. You get to see up in person. And we want to be able to have the support actually see what it is that we're actually putting together, and not just, kind of do it over the AMP side of the house, because we got way more to come. And like I said, pause. But we got the merch. I'm just gonna keep pushing the merch like shit, because I want everybody to see the shit that we getting ready to come out with. It's not to be played with. It's really not. We put work in for a reason.
For sure. Takeover.
I just, even though a lot of people are, upset or devastated about AMP ending, I do see that a lot of people are they're pushing forward, and, they're like, hey, now I have time to start this podcast, start that YouTube channel, push my YouTube channel that, I have on the back burner. Or, hey, I'm going to give Station Head a chance and, make that do what it do. Or someone was even talking about, a book that they're going to write now. So here's the thing, like E. Rich said, AMP is not the end all be all, should not be the end all be all for any content creator. Okay. You got to know that you got to keep going forward, keep pushing forward. And for We Are Something Else, I feel like the crew is definitely going to take what we did in AMP and apply it to other areas, other aspects. And we're going to really see the growth, and it was wonderful for making connections. I love that. So I look forward to definitely keeping in contact with everyone from AMP that, I'm cool with.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I'll say this. And I put in we got several group chats, but we have one group chat with everybody in it, right? I put in the group chat the other day. I was like, just remember, because I don't know what people are feeling. I know Bar Drinks and Entrees and you take over. Everybody work their asses off to get the numbers up, right? Because 1,000 is a big feat to get to, right?
definitely.
So I don't know what people were feeling, but I was like, just remember, you were something before you came to AMP. Before you
That's
went over to AMP, we had like everybody had something going for themselves.
right.
So we aren't AMP. We just took what we did here or other platforms, transitioned to AMP, played the music, got attention, and then the plan was to always come back here. So next
Yeah.
steps for me, I'm not. I mean, hold on once. I did create the station head account just to keep up to follow certain people because I do love. I will say I do love the pervy playlist. Though
Mm-hmm.
some of those creatives, the creative people, I will miss the guided meditations. That the pervy playlist. And just some of the other people. Like I do want to see what they do and keep up with that. So that I will. It's there for that.
Right.
As far as taking the abstract over, yeah, I haven't quite. I mean, I'm gonna finish out AMP. Let's get AMP is still open until the end of the month. We
That's
got
right.
26 days to see what happens. And I will, and I know he's in the chat, but I mean, I have become like so when you're driving in the morning, like regular radio, I listen to the Russ Parr sometimes in the morning before 9 o'clock hits. I listen to the Sports Junkies. It's radio thing. But then like at 9 o'clock, I have always switched over to Kindle B.
Right.
I'll do my due diligence, say hi to everybody, but
Mm-hmm.
Kindle B is kind of where I land at in the mornings, just because, like, again, the chat, the personalities, the people are, they're really good people, and it's just you don't. AMP gave me something that I didn't have on in my morning commute. Like, I can get through that commute, even though it's 2 hours, and sometimes I can kind of get through that commute a little faster now. So, interested to see what people land. And like I said, we built relationships, but again, we aren't AMP. AMP was just something that we did.
Yeah.
And there's always, we'll have the meeting behind the scenes to figure out what's next for everybody, because I think me and Eve was talking last night. Me and CB were talking earlier today. Shout out to CB. I don't know if CB's watching. CB got some things going on, but that's my bro. But we always talked about what's next. That's always the pivot. Well, what's next?
Right. Constant elevation.
Absolutely. So we manifested early. We're still in the same year of this great manifestation. So we there's some more manifesting to do. Let's see what this chat is hitting on before we move over.
Let me see. This is the shit I'm talking about. See this. Man, they thought we was really on our shit on air, man. Wait till they see what. Wait till the shit that we got ready, bro. It's not even funny. That's the thing.
Yeah, we're always moving behind the scenes. Like I said, that that's just, it is what it is. We getting paid for the. I don't know. It's a lot of this, man. And right now, like for what I've seen, like they yanked the plug a couple folks today. Like if you're just being like outright saying like cut spending. I mean that's what it is. I mean there's always spending the cut. I mean somebody's always spending too much money.
Yeah.
CB, if you're watching, yep. Okay. I think we got one more story before we transition and get get to the next phase of the show. Is this it? Yeah, let's do this one. So, as a kid, okay. As a kid, everybody wants to remember the toy stores and remembers on the weekends, going spending your Jeffrey dollars. So, in a couple of years ago, Toys R Us, just because of Amazon and the Walmarts and just online ordering, was one of the biggest toy store brick and mortar stores there were, and they shut pretty much all their doors. They kind of made a return from Macy's during the winter, but now they have announced that starting in November they are opening up more stores, starting in airports and cruise ships. Okay. So the first store, Dallas Fort Worth International, is in November. Their plan is to open 24 stores around the nationwide and preparing for a major comeback. Now, the kid in me is excited because I remember what Toys R Us used to be. Now, the adult in me knows it can never be what it used to be. But I'm interested to see what happens here. So let's get your thoughts. Minute or less, Toys R Us, are you excited to see it come back? Does it mean anything to you? You.
It just gives me the ability to be in the airport and get my niece and nephew some more toys that they don't need, so they can make more noise and have extra shit around your house, in anybody else's house. You know that my all my god kids, you just send them toys and shit, and then they just leave toys everywhere. Actually, my niece out here, I don't even know. I just randomly had a fucking Barbie sitting somewhere, and I was like, where did this even come from? Like, and then like kids nowadays have so many damn toys that they can leave them places and they're not even concerned. Back in our day, hell no, you knew every toy and where every damn toy was, and you also had to show inventory, or your mama was gonna say, "Where's the toy that I bought you last? Where's the Ninja Turtle that I bought you? I need to see that, or you gonna be in trouble." So, shout out to Toys R Us, but maybe they know something we don't know, because I didn't know that.
I know that's right. Buy WWE toys again. Takeover. How you feel?
I didn't know that the economy was back enough for them to open up 24 stores, by the way.
Look, somebody's backing this. Amazon pulled the plug on AMP to back Toys R Us.
Okay. I mean, I will always be a Toys R Us kid. Okay. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see the rebranding of Toys R Us, because from what I
go to Target.
I know, the first store that's open, Mega Mall in New Jersey, and that is like that's like a 2-story Toys R Us. It has a cafe, an ice cream shop. So this is not going to be the Toys R Us from our heyday, you know. Now that could be a good thing or a bad thing for them, you know. They so, you know, they got to be careful. But I'm definitely excited to see where it goes. And they definitely need to start slow and pay attention to the data, to the numbers, you know, or else they'll be gone again.
Absolutely. Let me tell you what's not going to be gone again. Well, it may be gone. It's DC Shy Pie. Look, we got to pay some bills here. Save 10% on DC Shy Pie. WRSE10. So look. If y'all never ordered DC Shop Pie, it's a black-owned business. DMV, Chicago deep dish pizza. Now, Takeover, you're going to get B-Easy off of his juicing and get him down there, order him one of these pizzas.
Daggone right.
And look, I'm just trying to tell you, and use the discount code WRC10. I mean, you cannot go wrong with that. All right. Now,
we can get a veggie pizza. Definitely.
Yeah. But let me tell you what you can go wrong with. You can go wrong with giving your brother his own segment. But go ahead, E. Reintroduce yourself, because it's been about 2 months.
Yeah, you're right. All right. Again, thank you everybody for joining the We Are Something Else podcast. We got Kaleo, we got Takeover, Trina, not just playing. Listen, Is It Just E is back. This is where, you know, unpopular opinion or my popular opinion, it is what it is. And so because Kaleo, you know, he usually sends us the list of what we're going to talk about, and I saw Toys R Us on there. It got me to thinking about something. Shout out to Quintuple. I haven't seen that in a while. 2 months is crazy. Like, somebody not to say FUE, which we got to get that shirt back right. So with that being said, the Is It Just E is based upon villains and heroes, right? But as a kid, I was a big fan of the villains. And one thing that I felt that I was super, super mad about was that you couldn't go to Toys R Us and get a Thanos. You couldn't go to Toys R Us and get a Michael Myers. You had to pick between these punk-ass heroes that they always cheated and won. I was the kid that turned the damn screen when the villain was about to die, because shit is not fair. Why? There's a real fine line between villains and heroes. There's a fine line. They are not too far off of what they want to accomplish. Some people just have a different way of wanting to accomplish. It is what it is. Thanos, in hindsight, was really did not have a bad idea. He just went about it the wrong way. Does that make him a bad person? Annie Wilkes, crazy as fuck in Misery, but that is one of the best villains ever. You got my man from The Shining. Come on, bro. Like these are the top villains, and you can't even go and get a toy of these people because you got to pick between these punk ass heroes. You got to pick between Captain America, Spider-Man, fuck out of here. Is it just villains are better than superheroes? At me.
I mean, the villain was always the cool person, right? I mean, I agree. I mean, let me tell you, Heath Ledger as a Joker kind of changed the faces of villains for a lot of people. That was, yeah, I agree.
That rant was a little dark for me, but that's okay because I appreciate I think that is fair. That's a fair assessment that why not have both? Why not?
They wanted everybody to be good. That's the part about it. But Thanos actually had he had some good powers as far as like what he was trying to accomplish. Mm-hmm. Right. To me, my favorite villains outside of Thanos is Bane. Okay. And then you definitely had you like I said, the Joker outside. Like if you really looked at how the Joker maneuvered, he was out there really making stuff happen, right? You know what I'm saying? Real talk. But we won't get into that because I can talk about villains all night long. That might even be another rant. But again, I feel like they glorify the heroes, but they're not too far off of being a villain. Just the simple fact of how their storyline actually ends up.
I feel like they
go ahead.
Sorry, I feel like they did have garbage pail kids, and that was like a little bit, taboo, especially in the 80s. So they had a little something, just a little, not too much.
That's what we had to revert to. I had to my fancy was tickled because I had the garbage pail kids. Like you couldn't even get Gargamel from the Smurfs as a damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about here? Or even Dr. Evil. You couldn't even get Dr. Evil. You could never see him. He was a damn hand for all this time. Like, oh man, don't get me started, Trina. This is what I'm talking about. They never want the villains to win. They never want the villains to win.
True that.
All right.
The comments.
We talk about the comments. See what we missing in the chat.
They talk about they didn't know E was dark. I'm not dark. It's just the honest truth. Like, come on now, people. And listen, be honest, bro. Like, you've actually rooted for a villain. You just didn't probably want to because some of the methods was definitely off par.
Let me tell you, Val Kilmer in Heat. I rooted for him to get away. He was a villain. Damn sure villain. He's damn sure villain. All right. Speaking of villains, here we go. CB's not here to do the cop drop, so I'll do the cop drop tonight.
No.
What you are seeing is the Nike KD 3 Aunt Pearl, which is they've been doing a lot of the retro threes for KD because nowadays KD shoes are trash. But the Aunt Pearl is always one of his biggest releases. The 3 is okay, but October 27th, because we are in breast cancer month for October. So on October 27th, the KD3 Aunt Pearl will release, and the retail for $130. this is not an immediate cop because I'd rather have I think it's the 4 or the 5. I do like this silhouette though. It's not immediate. I don't think they'll sell out, but this is going to be a drop. Takeover.
For me, I like the pink. It's cute. The sole a little bit too thick. Not feeling that. So I don't think it's immediate. It's an immediate cop, but I do like the fact that they are supporting it. October Breast Cancer Awareness Month. If I was doing a walk or something of that nature, I think the price point is fair. So I would cop it maybe for those purposes. So
it's not a bad price point.
What was the price point on that?
$130.
Nah, it's still a drop. I'd rather buy like maybe a dozen of eggs. Shout out to Lisa. But yeah, I'm not doing this. I'm not. This is not. No.
All right. So Takeover, you are our guest. I forgot to tell you about this aspect, but you've seen the show enough times. Did you bring it? Did you bring a shoe or did you bring anything you want to spotlight this evening?
I have something I can spotlight. It's not a sneaker.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
Let me give you your proper. So yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So if you are like me, I feel like a lot of us, we are still holding on to what is known as the summertime, regardless of where you reside in the US, right? Rich, don't laugh at me. And so here in the DMV, we have had some cold days. Like we have had some days drop into like the 60s, low 70s, and Trina is still rocking these. Okay, these Tory Burch flip flops. I can't let go of the summer and the warmth just yet, y'all. But I did tell Be Easy. I was like, look, I want you to help me to find a nice classic, sneaker. I need some new workout shoes. And I don't want to get, I don't want to get any pandas. People hate
oh my God.
on women. Okay. So I'm not even going to go there. I already know. So yeah. Help me out. Y'all got any tips? Put them in the chat.
All right. My brother E.
It would possibly help out if it didn't rain the whole damn time I was on the East Coast. Shit. I won't even get into that. But a nostalgia shoe dropped out. I don't know. Maybe about 3 weeks ago or something like that. I don't know what it was, but I'm assuming the whole crew ended up getting this. So of course
I did not.
So you gotta have a Barkley. I mean, again, it's a classic. Listen, if you don't have this in the collection, this is one of those you could tell probably when this person grew up, because this is one of the sneakers that everybody had playing ball and also rocked in school. So shout out to the Barkleys, and of course there's still Air Max at the end of the day. So it's got the Air technology, and this was probably what I should have worn in that rainy ass season.
We're gonna talk about the trip before you get out.
No fucking sun or whatsoever.
Oh my God. My God.
So E, you got those for retail?
Yes. Matter of fact, shout out to our money who we got them actually. What was
DTLR?
It? Yeah, we got them on DTLR like 2 days before they dropped. He said they were on their website, and he sent again. This is what we do in the sneaker community. We shout out.
Of course, no size 12 because I definitely looked too. My size was not there.
Yeah, we make sure like if there's a shoe out, like recently, I think there was another one. Our money putting in, in the chat. Anybody looking for these, and everybody kind of responds. But he sent out the link. I was able to get them, and yeah,
okay,
we here now.
All right. So I'm going to show a shoe that I know.
Did you find one?
I did find one. That I know nobody else has.
Ah, there it is.
Now you want to know how I know nobody else has them? because Nike by Kaleo.
Yeah, the
Uh,
IDs.
so they're green. Fucking the camera's gonna kill it. But
Oh
this
yeah,
is
that just
but
looks like you know,
look at that writing. You see that says WRSC on there?
look like you got it all black and white. You look like one of them old school 50 shoes.
Right, but it says we are something else.
Woo,
It's green stitching. Damn,
nice.
I don't want to cut the camera off.
Yeah, don't do
Okay,
that.
but yeah, this is green. It's like a Tiffany green. I'll take a
Nice.
picture and I'll post it. Tiffany green. It's kind of like an orange gray bottom. Yeah, Nike by you. I made some dunks. I made some killer ass dunks, and they would not let me check out with those.
Did you
It's
see
like,
they're
oh,
doing the lows now? You see they're
out of
doing the
order.
low dunks?
Really?
Yeah, this on it's so
Oh.
for now they're doing low dunks and the price point's not bad either. They don't have as much colorways, but they're doing it's leather, they're doing croc, and I forgot what the other material is, but yeah,
Okay.
so you can ID some dunk lows now.
All right, we're about to do that. All right, E. So before we get out of here, first of all, we appreciate everybody for chiming in tonight, for watching. It's been 2 months. We appreciate it. We appreciate everybody in the chat. We love y'all. Appreciate the support. Where can we find? You know what? I guess I got to do it. I might as well do it. So, E, you recently came to town a couple weeks ago. We've been talking about that. What was your trip like? Meeting the fellas, meeting Takeover for the first time. You know, how was the dinner? Because people been, we hyped up that dinner so much. People have been asking me, how did the dinner go? How did the dinner go? And then, Takeover did a really good reel for the dinner. Classic conversations came out of that dinner, but also we hit a happy hour up. CB got a whole new nickname out of the weekend. So real quick. So we saw Sean Xavier the first night, Thursday night. Sean Xavier was the first person to say, start pivoting away from AMP because something was getting ready to happen. He said that. He said he felt it. Remember that conversation, E?
Yep.
You're saying start pivoting away from AMP. Always have a fallback plan. So I want to give Sean the credit for that. But yeah, we saw Sean the first night. Second night was a night out on town. Third night was the dinner. It was just the dinner that night. And then the last night we went up to the sports betting place with our money.
Yep.
Before I dropped you off at the airport. But go ahead, talk about your trip here. Memories, all that stuff.
I keep it short. We over our hour time. I know it's the first show back, but no, listen. First night, Thursday night, got to Sean's crib, and the We Are Something Else boys actually have a track. Disclaimer: I'm not a rapper. So, but listen, it was good to meet Sean in person. He did, open his house. I met his family, and that in itself is a big deal because you don't open your doors to everybody.
She fed us. I forgot all about that.
For sure, and yes, and definitely had to take home to go as well. So shout out to to all of that. But no, that was the tone, right? It was always just to kind of really fellowship with everybody, get to actually meet people in person. The fact that I was able to meet Sean, he wasn't able to make it to the dinner, but French came out, which then I'm saying in the sense that it was good to meet French. It was just like, and then meeting CB, which again everybody doesn't. It is wild for people to think that me and CB have never met in person until Thursday. And the first thing that CB said, like while we were in the studio, was just, this feels like a normal Thursday. Like it's not even that it was not normal that I was in person, but it was just like we talk all the time. So it was cool. And like I said, I appreciate my bro Cleo because he had the hospitality like no other. So when he make it out to Cali, I got you, bro. But the dinner was dope. The dinner was initially not what we thought it was going to be. We thought we were actually getting a private room where we could have our shenanigans, and unfortunately there was a couple of families that got the shenanigans with us, you know what I mean, and they was with it, but we had a good time, you know what I'm saying. The ambiance was good minus the rain, because it rained. If I keep saying that it rained, it's because I want everybody to know that it rained the whole fucking time that I was there. Not just a little rain, it rained.
It was that hurricane that we were getting, like we got the
Yep.
remnants of.
Yeah. So
Shout out to Kenny for making memories of the dinner too. Kenny had the napkin draped across his chest.
he had the whole uncle vibe going on.
And we were at a Chinese restaurant, and this guy was looking for peach cobbler. Oh my god.
Yeah, so but listen, shout out to Trina because I was like, listen, she puts up with the shenanigans, like I said, being the first lady of the crew. You know what I'm saying? She was looking at us like, oh, crazy, but she held it down. She holds it down for us. She even got a big ass bag that was about like 4'11" out of that shit. But listen, you know what I mean? Shout out to them because shout out to Cardo for putting the dinner together. Definitely with CV making it happen. But listen, man, like I said at the table, and I think this is what our money was like. I was on my nip shit. I said this because it's cool that we got together as a unit, as a crew, because I was out there. But you guys actually live out there, live in close proximity, if you will, of each other. That it shouldn't be another year or so before you guys actually link up and kind of keep that same, that same kind of camaraderie and just community going for sure. Because I don't know where to house all you motherfuckers out here in California, but we gonna figure it out some way, somehow or another. You know what I'm saying? Get a big ass house with like some 7-8 rooms, and we'll figure it out. But yeah,
we gotta pick a Lisa.
For sure. Yeah. But I appreciate it, and like I said, I'm looking forward to the next trip. And you said we got some dope pictures out of the photo shoot.
Yeah. So, all right, while this is still standing until October 31st. Let me let y'all know where y'all can find us in these AMP streets and or YouTube, starting with Fridays. So Fridays at noon Eastern Standard Time, We Are Something Else presents the Abstract with Kaleo. By the way, I've told a couple of you guys, I'm telling everybody now who's here, you want to listen to the Abstract tomorrow because we have a major, huge announcement that we want to, can't wait to share with everybody. Tomorrow on the Abstract, on AMP, noon. Bear with me. We're going to get through this. And this is a major. I'm talking about a major. I'm not hyping it up for nothing. It's a major announcement I'm going to make tomorrow on my show. Hopefully my bro E will be there. Maybe we can get CB around because we got to make it together. So after that, 5 p.m., the Drive at 5 drinks and entrees. Then Sundays, we have 9 a.m., the Hot Tea Podcast presents Football Talk live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. 10 a.m. Couch Coaches with our money bag. 7 p.m. Be Easy Gospel Rap Session. And 57 minutes later after that, 757 Sexy Sunday Vibes with Takeover. Trina was guest hosting, and I appreciate you, Takeover. Mondays, 6 a.m. The Morning Hump with Sean Xavier. Now, Sean announced on Wednesday that he was moving the Morning Hump back to a different platform since AMP was leaving. He would send the link out. He was taking it back over to Exactly Radio. It's a platform that he partially owns. So that's where he's going to take it to. Mondays, 12:01, midday, Monday, Jazz Relaxation with Regular Old Guy. 8:30 p.m. Music Mondays would Be Easy. Tuesdays, 8 p.m. We Are Something Else presents live from the cheap seats with CBE Rich, a.k.a. Black Wall Street. Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Positive Vibes Only with Our Money Bags. Wednesdays, 5 p.m. Over the Hump with Sean Xavier. And 5 a.m. a Hot Seat Podcast release all the latest episode on all platforms. Check them out on YouTube at the Hot Seat Podcast. 9:30 p.m. We Are Something Else presents It's Not Me, It's the Music with E Rich, a.k.a. Black Wall Street, a.k.a. Rich Springer. And then Thursdays, here we are now. Hot Seat Podcast release all the latest episodes on YouTube at the Pit Stop Podcast. I said Hot Seat. Sorry, Pit Stop Podcast. At the Pit Stop Podcast. 7:30-ish, 8 p.m. Keeping the regular old guy at 9:30 p.m. live on YouTube. WRSE Podcast. That's us. That's where we are right now, the podcast. So Takeover, we appreciate you for finally blessing the pod with your presence. It was fun. Did you have fun?
I definitely had fun. Anytime you want to have me back, we can debate.
Absolutely.
Okay, E Rich, we can debate.
Yes, we can.
Healthy debates are good. We need that.
Yeah, this has been great. So thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all. Look, people in the chat, we appreciate y'all for being here tonight. It's been 2 months. I didn't know if we could convince people to chime in tonight. It's been a while. Didn't know if y'all remember our lovely faces. I wanted you to be deal with us tonight, but we went 16 minutes over. Try to keep it at an hour, but appreciate y'all. Remember, tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We Are Something Else presents the abstract of Kaleo with a major announcement. I think he may know, but he may not know. I haven't even told him yet. But I'm excited about it. Excited. All right, y'all. But that's it. We Are Something Else. Episode 177. TSK. Peace.
We out.
Bye.